if you could describe Alpha in 3 words, what would be?
Okay, I think it was very encouraging.
I think the word that sticks out the most is community.
It was engaging. It was a little thought-provoking.
I would say that it's a very kind of low-key way to explore the basic sort of tenets of the Christian faith and Christian life. And it's very comfortable, very friendly, it's fun, it's welcoming, there's good food, and I loved it.
I thought it was a great introduction to learning about Jesus. I mean, I do know some things about Jesus from my life, but I loved the presentation. I liked the way they put the format together. It was something that you could get relaxed because you get together, you have some talking, you decompress a little.
I really liked this session today because we talked about the church. I've had some not so fun experiences with the church, so to sit down with people who may not have had that exact same experience, but who also may have had that exact same experience was really refreshing to me, and it made me feel like I wasn't alone in the experiences that I had. So just to sit in like raw, unadulterated truth and sit and talk about like the things that I maybe didn't appreciate about the church, but some things that I can also like appreciate about the church as well, or the members in the church.
What I love most about Alpha is just the safe environment that people can come into and really just say their beliefs out loud in a safe space with people and not feel pressured or questioned about. And it's definitely an environment I would invite my non-believer friends to.
It was surprisingly really easy to be comfortable, even though it's not very long. I think it was really easy to get comfortable with the group.
Got to connect with some folks here who I've known, but not really known, but now I feel like I do. And we were really blessed that our table had a couple of folks from totally outside the church who were just really great folks to get to know too.
The opportunity to sit down with people that I've known and then other just new friends and just have dinner together, which is how we start this out. Probably take 30 minutes just to have dinner and just to slow down and talk and connect with people. And then, the next step of that is we watch a video and just have conversations at our table. So what's been nice about it is it's just been so comfortable and easy, but then we end up having some very real conversations about important, big questions. And I guess for me, I just have been so pleasantly surprised about what I needed to kind of re-examine about what I thought, things I hadn't thought about in a while, but then also like as a believer, like how do we translate that in a way to unbelievers that is logical and interesting and infectious, and also like, again, sort of honors, I think, what Jesus would want from us.
Diving in a little bit to the historicity of the Gospels, which is something that I've taken for granted, but I never really looked into it very deeply, and I was really stunned at the way they presented very crisply really what the evidence for the Gospels, how many copies were made so quickly, and how trustworthy those texts are.
I think maybe about faith. You need to have that in order to give of yourself over to trying to let Jesus in your life and help you live your life.
Everybody at the table felt very connected to each other and could see how the community that we've started to become over these last 11 weeks is a foretaste of what life in church could be.
I thought it was so welcoming, When I first came, I really did feel welcomed.